All right, guys, starting in Genesis 4, and they said, "Go to, let us build us a city and a tower whose top may reach into heaven, and let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the earth." Now, name means character or authority, so they're talking about making their own image, and may reach isn't actually there, so top unto heaven, it's actually talking about a representation of heaven, so it would be a ziggurat, and a ziggurat looks like this. And so they say a lot of these, or one of these in particular, they found each layer was a different color stone, so it was associated with particular planets, and they had different layers for each planet. So that's a ziggurat, and they would put the representation of the heavens up here or around it, so you could see the different, like the zodiac and the sun and the stars. So I'll go ahead and close that one. Done with that. Okay, so that word tower, that would be the ziggurat. So the tower is right here, and it's called Migdal. And we'll see how that was translated. It was the word pulpit only appears once in the Bible, and it's not a pulpit like we think of a pulpit. It means a wooden tower. And it was translated in Ezra. Let me see. Oh, did I pass it? Let me see. All right. Sorry, guys. Forgetting where things are. Okay. I must keep passing over it. Oh, now there it is. It's actually in Nehemiah. And Ezra, the scribe, stood upon a pulpit. So it's talking about this wooden tower. It says a pulpit of wood, and there's a whole bunch of people standing there, as you can see. So it wasn't a pulpit like you see in a false church system. It was a big wooden tower, and there's a whole bunch of people standing on it. It says so right there, if you read that passage in Nehemiah chapter 8, verse 4. So, anyways, so let's look at what a migdal is. It says a tower, so called from its height, especially used of a tower of fortified cities and castles, and of castles themselves. It says watchtowers, and used of a powerful and strong men. There you go. That would tie to my studies on Orion, which means an imposter, and the strong man. You want to bind the strong man, right? So that's the leaven of the Pharisees and the leaven of Herod, which is the false teaching, and that's what they do from these wooden towers. So even Mr. Bean, whoever directs that cartoon, knows what a pulpit is. See that? They were on the entries of different places when you'd go into towns like that, a little stage, and they even got that captured in the movie The Postman when he was on stage with his donkey, and they did a little Shakespeare scene, and everyone's gathered there. Just like you saw in Mr. Bean, everyone was gathered there. Right here, see everybody gathered around the pulpit. And this is the rostrum of a ship, and that's the front of the ship where they would put their God, and that's what they set forth from the pulpit, is they set forth their own God, as Castor and Pollux was on the front of the ship that Paul mentions when they were taking him to be tried as a prisoner. So rostrum, you see, any platform, stage, or the like for public speaking. A pulpit, a beak-like projection from the prow of a ship, especially one on an ancient ship for ramming an enemy ship. Break, ram. So there you go. Raised platforms, beaks of captured warships. So you can see all that. And rostrum, that I just defined that for you already. And pulpit, a raised platform. So the wooden tower. This pulpit that you see nowadays in these false churches isn't the original pulpit idea. And this is that verse. And after 3 months we departed in a ship of Alexandria, which had wintered on the isle, whose sign was Castor and Pollux. So there you go. That picture I showed you a minute ago of that woman on the front, that was actually from the movie The Little Mermaid. And then the little puppet show was from Mr. Bean. And then the other one was from the movie The Postman with the donkey and the man. So that's where you get the term pulpit. There used to be places that would gather crowds in the front of towns, and those places seemed to the people who were spreading Christianity to be the most logical place to start spreading the word there, since that's where everybody gathered. And eventually they just took over those little places, those raised platforms in different towns, and that became the concept of the pulpit. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and thank y'all for watching. Bye.